in just over a year, Ugandans will go to the polls to elect a new president. Incumbent President Yoweri Museveni, who seized power in 1986, has since been elected 5 times and will be on the ballot again. The 2016 presidential elections were marred by allegations of fraud and voter intimidation. Uganda's opposition says it faces an uphill task leading up to next year's elections, and that security forces continue to criminalize political activities. Last week, a conference organized by the main opposition party, FDC, was stopped by police and the organizers were arrested. Now, for more on the state of Uganda's politics, I'm joined in the studio by Francis Zaake, Ugandan independent member of parliament and member of the Committee for Defense and Internal Affairs. Mr. Zaake, welcome to Africa 54.
Yeah, I'm actually glad to be here on Africa 54 and on VOA so that I can represent the situation right in Uganda.
All right, so now what is the current state of the opposition in Uganda, and do you see the opposition at any time between now and the next election forming some sort of understanding between you as the opposition and the government?
Yeah, the situation in Uganda especially about the opposition is the continued actually torture, arrests on the opposition, the continued situation in Uganda with the government, that the government continues to actually not agree with us, the continued intolerance of government, whereby they don't want to listen to us. What they do is to demoralize us, to do unlawful arrests on us as the opposition, and also the continued bribery on the opposition, using the taxpayers' money on buying the opposition, part of our friends in the opposition, and also what I've told you, the torturing, like how they behaved on the FDC party members. You saw what happened to them. That is the situation in Uganda.
So how does the government counter that kind of accusation? Because I don't have a representative here. How do they counter that? How do they say they're acting this way because of what? What's the justification?
Actually, the government has actually made Ugandans believe that the situation is normal, that with the way the government is dealing with the opposition members, it's normal, it's lawful. They have made abnormal situations to be normal. And Ugandans are feeling okay about that. Actually, the Ugandans, they are taking the situation as if it is normal. But for us, some few of us, we do not take the situations normal. We take it on ourselves that we, as the generation, the young people, with the way people powers made it, that each and every day is a day of politics in Uganda, we have made Ugandans to get involved, to see that what government tells us is not real, and Ugandans never believe now in government.
So, right. Now, very briefly, what are you as the opposition doing to remain as a united front as you head to the next year's elections?
Yeah, what we are doing in Uganda as the opposition, we are organizing ourselves. We are trying to talk to our friends, for example, in the different political parties, as People Power is not a political party in Uganda, but it is a link to all the political organizations in Uganda, especially those who believe in change of the head of state to have another one peacefully. So we are talking to them so that they can buy an idea of us, the young people, to represent them in the upcoming elections in 2021 with the Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, aka Bobby Wine, so that we can actually work together with that candidate, so that we don't have these other candidates and we take on the person of President Museveni because he has really behaved in a dictatorial way.
Well, I hope soon we can have a government representative talking to us so we can hear their part of the story. Thank you very much, Mr. Zaake. Francis Zaake is a Ugandan opposition member of parliament.